Hey, what is going on, viewers? Zesty Lime Studios here, and welcome back to another vlog. So I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, and I did promise this video will be coming, and here it is. Now, word of warning, this will be a very long video, probably about 25 minutes to half an hour, basically because there's a lot to explain and a lot to go over as to why I'm pretty much quitting / semi-quitting YouTube for many different reasons, and there is many different reasons and damn good word explanations as to why I'm doing it. I'll try and keep to the point when I'm going over the various points and explanations to try and keep the video as short as possible. But yeah, it's going to be a long one, but I can't just sum it up in one sentence because, like I said, there's many different various points which are leading me to this decision. So sit back, get a can of Monster, and get ready for the points why. So let's go back right to the beginning. Well, first of all, I'm actually 30 now as I do this video. It was my birthday on the 7th of May, so I'm now 30 while doing this video. Not going to make it much difference, but there we go. So anyway, obviously YouTube started in 2007, somewhere around that time. And obviously back then I was a young kid. And of course this new platform obviously comes up, YouTube. Of course, being a kid and I thought, yeah, let's go on it, upload some videos. And obviously back then, it was, your old Sony Ericsson phones, really basic stuff like that, 240p, 360p video quality, really, really poor stuff in today's standards. But obviously that was the best what it was back then. Obviously Call of Duty 4, 2007, and the PS3 era obviously was a big start. Now obviously I started uploading Call of Duty content back then, but of course it was very, very poor, very poor. But obviously I was just doing it as a hobby because I enjoyed doing it, which I've always have done. And I've always said I've loved doing YouTube as a hobby. But back then, because it was a hobby and I was obviously still in school, it was like, okay, I had some sort of free time to kind of upload random funny videos. And if you go back on my channel, right to the beginning, the oldest video, all of my old stuff is still on there, all of it. And you'll hear me with my high-pitched, squeaky voice and basically the evolution of the channel over the years. And it is insane looking back on it because this is literally a history forevermore in my life of going through my life that is now on YouTube forevermore, unless somehow everything gets deleted or corrupted, but whatever. So I look back at that and I think, okay, I was doing YouTube and stuff, uploading Call of Duty and stuff, great. However, because I was still too young and still effectively wasn't able to earn money because obviously I was in school, obviously, yeah, my parents bought me a PS3 and stuff, and I had a computer and stuff like that. But obviously now we were, I don't want to say well off as a family when we were growing up, but we were, we were decent. We had a decent income and stuff as a growing up, as a family. I'm an only child and stuff, etc. Both my parents had good jobs and so on. However, for me trying to say to my parents, look, can I have a new computer? Now, bear in mind we are going back to like 2007-8 prices. So look, can I have a new computer to do videos on YouTube? Of course, you're just going to get laughed at because most parents going to think, I'm not buying you I just bought you a PS3. I'm not going to buy you a brand new top spec computer to, do silly videos on YouTube because they didn't have a clue what it was. They didn't even know what it was because obviously it had just come out. So of course, I didn't get bought the computer, and more importantly, I didn't get bought a capture card, at the time. Now, of course, the people that were born a bit earlier than me, that were able to earn money and stuff, they were able to actually spend the money on a decent computer and an Easy Cap 2.0 at the time, which I think was 480p, which was considered obviously the best quality back then. And then before, obviously, the Roxio Game Cap and all of the early Elgato stuff came out, that was then 720. So obviously, because the people that were obviously uploading Call of Duty as well started doing easy capture stuff at 480p, obviously that's considered top quality. While I was still doing 240p with a squeaky voice, the viewership and kind of slowly but surely, those people got bigger and bigger and bigger, which some of them we know today obviously are massive people, whereas I still slipped in underneath the behind the scenes because I wasn't able to produce high quality content because of my circumstances, which looking back is super annoying because I think when Call of Duty was obviously massive, I think, okay, Call of Duty was super popular, everyone was up, well, everyone, but obviously the people that were doing it, because obviously the difference between people doing it then and now is obviously a massive difference. However, obviously back then there was a decent following of, YouTube Call of Duty commentary gameplays and stuff like that. We want a White Boy 7 Streak and Boogie and all the original guys that started doing it. So if I would have literally had better computer and better stuff, I literally could be in a completely different position today. My YouTube could have seriously taken off, and I could have been one of the big YouTubers if I was able to invest properly in YouTube back then. And look back and I think, I could have had a totally different life now. I could be millions of subscribers, a really big, decent YouTuber doing Call of Duty videos. But it never happened. It never took off, unfortunately. And that really upsets me, because I think that was my real destined path, but I was just born a tad too late to really get my own set up properly. And here I am, 2000, what are we talking, 13, no, not, we're talking 24, God, we're talking, over 15 years later. And here I am with 3,500 subscribers, and that's it. And again, I don't want this to come across as that's it, as nothing, but again, it's not enough to warrant continuing YouTube and doing, it's not enough money I get from it to continue on doing it. So that's kind of the early basis of where I could have been and what I could have done from a younger age. And obviously, as the years progressed, obviously school finished, started getting a part-time job stuff, and YouTube then was always just there in the background, and I was always just doing it there in the background. And basically all those years passed, and then I kind of started to move towards drinks reviews and stuff. Now, some of the drinks reviews get a lot of views, don't get me wrong, but again, it's nowhere near enough to actually warrant any sort of decent, following or earning back or anything like that. So I started doing drinks reviews and stuff, and then I've been doing that for, the past basically 10 years properly. But again, that still hasn't happened. So that's just a quick kind of history of the channel, really, and where we are at today. But various reasons, where do I start? Where do I start? There's so many points. So the first kind of main point for me is that I feel like so much content today is just, it's either fake or just nonsense or clickbait or just rubbish or just utter crap. And it's like, I think I really blame that on the rise of TikTok and, stuff like that, because that has just really spawned a real load of horrible, nasty trends and attitudes towards, the online video, I guess, community making and stuff like that. It's really, really ruined a lot of how just stuff simply works, because gone are the days of a decent, sit down long video where, people actually want to sit down and watch a decent video. I get comments videos on my videos all the time saying, oh, they're too long. Oh, this guy rambles on. Oh, this guy does that. I never used to get that in the past, but it's only really since the rise of TikTok, people's brains have turned into mindless, brainless TikTok brains where they can't concentrate for more than 30 seconds. And the problem is, it's like, okay, you could say to me, why don't you keep up with the trends and stuff? And it's like, no, I don't want to do that, because I'm not about that. I do what I want to do because I want to stay true to myself, and I want to do what is right. And you know what? I'm fine by that, because I know a lot of you guys who do watch me, a lot of you do appreciate the long videos. You do appreciate where I, look at the colour of a can and go into the ingredients and stuff like that. I know a lot of you appreciate that, and that's fine, and that's why I still do it. But the problem is, that only still brings a small that brings a small audience. And unfortunately, again, it doesn't warrant continuing YouTube when it still only warrants a small audience. I was on TikTok the other day, as you do, and you're looking at the trending search and stuff like that. And one of the trending stuff was, it's like, I don't know, some famous person has died or something like that. And then you click on it and it'll be some absolute moron, putting his face over the video, just talking crap for a minute. And I just think that video's got thousands and thousands of likes, thousands and thousands of saves, and thousands of comments. And I just think, what would I have to do on a normal video to literally get thousands of likes, views, and comments? Yeah, they're just making up absolute nonsense, because you actually read the news article and it's nothing to actually, it is what it is. And it's like, it's just fake bullshit. But the problem is, people fall for it. People linger into it because it's clickbait and it's nonsense and it's just rubbish. But unfortunately, that's what the world is today, and the online video community is today. But I just don't want to be a part of that. But the problem is, that's what gets the view these days. That's what gets the money. That's what gets the likes and subscribers. So I'm sitting here, technically as an ancient relic in the terms of the online world these days, still doing the same old, thing what I've been doing, and it's just getting me nowhere in life. But again, I don't care, because that's true to myself. I'm not going to follow any cause or any cult or anything like that. I do what I want to do, because I always stay true to my word. Where I do it, I have always done it as a hobby, and I'll do it the way I want to do it, regardless whether it gets loads of views or lots of views. Unfortunately, I'm in the position where obviously it doesn't get lots of views, and because of my timing and my situation, I just can't keep doing it. I just can't keep doing up with the YouTube and stuff. But honestly, the rise of TikTok has just completely ruined everything. And I know Mr. Beast actually recently is actually trying to push to bring back longer videos. He said on his Twitter page that, he misses the days of, a decent length sit down video. You're not just sick of these silly little 30-second videos on TikTok and stuff. And it's like, he actually wants to bring that back. And okay, great, but it's not going to do me any good, because people do not just want to watch my type of videos. Now, the problem is, I'm going to type of videos with a drinks review. 9 out of 10 people just want to quickly click on a video, see what the taste is, and then click off. They're not interested, again, in the look and the can, the design and the taste. They don't want to subscribe. They just want to quickly Google, what does a new monster taste like? They want to quickly have a 30-second video of seeing what it tastes like, and then they click off. Okay, great. But the thing is, I get the comments on my videos, people saying that, and I reply to them saying, well, you know what? I don't say piss off, but in my head I'm like, well, piss off to my TikTok then, because when I do a YouTube video, I also do a YouTube Shorts version and a TikTok version as well. So I'm just like, well, piss off to my TikTok then. Clear off to my TikTok, where it's a dumbed down, dull, stupid, 1 minute version. If you want to look at that, go away to that. I do on TikTok for those reasons. Don't come onto my YouTube and then tell me that the video is too long, when you actually, when you actually want to learn something and actually be interested in something and actually learn about a drink and actually, appreciate the artwork that people have put into the can, and actually appreciate, the little story, Monster puts on the back of the cans. Why don't you stop being so thick and stupid and actually, and actually appreciate a decent length video? But no, it's because of TikTok brain, and they can't concentrate for more than 30 seconds. So I'm sorry, but that's not my fault, that's your fault. But again, as a result, it doesn't get me views, and I can't keep plowing my time into this when it's getting me nowhere. Again, one of the various points as to why I'm stopping YouTube. So yeah, TikTok ruins a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, it's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the clickbait and the worst stuff is just getting worse and worse. You know what? The other day, I was on YouTube again. There's this bunch of guys called Top Notch Idiots, right? You might have heard of them. And I came across one of their shorts. And you know what one of the videos was, right? It was, they're going into the real dodgy areas of a city in America, like a real dodgy part of, I don't know, New York or Chicago or wherever. Just a really dangerous, a hood part or whatever they called it. And they're going up to like these gang members who are like, covered in tattoos and stuff like this. They're going up to these people, and it's real, because these guys actually do get beat up from time to time, like quite badly. So it is real, it's not staged. And they're going up to these people, and they're like, they're throwing like fake gang signs, and they're, pretending to like have an axe in their thing or whatever. And they're going up, you want to get shot, homie, and all this stuff. And again, these gang members are like going absolutely apeshit, chasing, these guys, and they even get guns pulled on them and stuff. And I'm like, is that seriously like what now the online kind of video community has come to, where we're literally endangering our lives, going up to like gang members and stuff and having guns pulled on you just for the sake of the video? But unfortunately, that's the way things are now. That's what gets the views. And you're right, they've got millions of subscribers. All of their videos got millions of views. They've all got tons of likes, tons of comments, and tons of shares. You know what? They're living the dream. They're getting the money from it. While I'm still sitting there doing drinks reviews, getting absolutely sweet F all for it. And I'm sorry, but I'm not risking my life for the sake of YouTube. I could easily go into South London, walk up, go into a real dangerous part of London or wherever, and go up to a bunch of, I would say gang members, because you don't really get it, but I guess you do get the gangs and stuff, but, hood people, if you want to call it. And, I could do what they do. But to be honest, in England, you are pretty much going to get stabbed if you do that. It's one thing getting a gun pulled on you, but if I was to do that in London, England, or something like that, you are pretty much guaranteed to get stabbed. So I do not want to do that to get the views. Even if that is genuine real videos, which they are. Like I said, one of the videos he jumps in someone's car and tries to steal it. This guy literally comes up to him and starts punching him in the face, and he comes out after the video and he's literally bleeding and his mouth is all red where he's been punched to an inch of his life. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that for the sake of a video. I don't care if it gets me thousands and thousands of pounds. I am not doing that. I'm sorry. But the fact is that it's now come to that. People getting that desperate and that, not greedy, but that desperate for the views and the money and stuff to do stuff like that. You know, you would have done a normal prank back in the day. You wouldn't have done the stuff that's about now. And again, I look and I just think, no, I'm not doing it. I mean, I haven't even got the time to do them videos for a start, but I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. And don't even get me started again if you are a girl doing YouTube stuff. If you're a girl, I'm sorry, but you've got it way easier than us guys. You girls can put a nice little cute outfit on, whatever, dye your hair pink, put a cute headset on, and I'm sorry, but you literally got guys just wanting to send you handbags and gifts which are just worth thousands of pounds. So I'm sorry, but if you're a girl, you just got it way easier than us guys when it comes to YouTube and TikTok and videos and stuff like that. Especially TikTok, you do a little cute dance, you got literally millions of just like, we all know the famous people on TikTok, which have got millions of followers, which are literally just irrelevant and just doing nothing. I don't want to name any of them because we all know who the popular people are, but literally just like what they even do, like what are they? Like, do they actually do anything as such? Well, no, they don't, but they've got billions of likes, millions of followers on TikTok just for dancing and just doing stupid crap on there. And it's like, okay, you're literally just, your life is now sorted because you're fit, like, you know, stuff like that. So if you're a girl, you get it handed to you on a plate pretty much. Furthermore to those few points, I think talking about house and stuff again, it's like, bear in mind I was doing YouTube before I actually, you know, had a house and stuff. So I had, you know, way more free time to do stuff, which was fine. And I would have continued doing YouTube if I wouldn't have moved into my first house, which I've now been in for about 2 years, something like that. The thing is with the house, it's like, and with my job, okay, so I'm a HGV driver kind of in the daytime. And the problem is I generally stay out 2 to 3 nights a week. So I'm not even home 2 to 3 nights a week. Now, that's fine. You know, this isn't complaining, that's fine because I enjoy it. I enjoy doing that. It's fine. However, it means a lot of the house jobs and the housework and any other stuff I've got to do is then pushed towards the end of the week and bulked up to the end of the week, which means then when the weekend comes, everything is then scrunched up and crunched to the weekend, and it's then trying to fit all of that in. You know, I have to do 3 loads of washing a week, for example. You know, I've got my work clothes, and then got towels and bedding, and then just fizzy. And then just normal clothes as well. So that's 3 loads of washing I've got to try and fit in at the weekend. Obviously, girlfriend Becky may be around and we may have stuff planned. We may have somewhere to go. We may have something to do. So again, there's all of that to consider as well on top of everything else. I also kind of wash cars, like detail cars on the side as well, as again some more extra income doing cars and stuff. I mean, I do my neighbour's van like every other weekend, and you know, with my other neighbour's car, you know, every other weekend again. So that takes up a lot of my time. And, you know, I've got some garden work to, you know, that thing needs sorting, this thing needs sorted. Again, room still needs sorting after 2 years. I keep saying it because I haven't got time. So all of these things to come together and bunch up. And that's before I've even, you know, just actually lived and enjoyed, just try to enjoy life a little bit. You know, that's before watching anything on my streaming service. You know, I've got a list on my phone of films and stuff I want to, you know, watch because I obviously keep up to date with, well, I used to keep up to date with films and stuff, but because I haven't got time anymore, my list of films just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My list of stuff I want to watch on the streaming service just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 2 years of being in this house, the list keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I'm falling more behind on general stuff in life. I just keep falling behind. Like my PlayStation is over there on my desk over there. I cancelled my PS Plus subscription because I haven't got time to play the damn console anymore. Like I said, I've had PlayStation since PlayStation 1. And I know we didn't really have to pay for online until obviously PS4 era, really. But since I did have the PS4, obviously I have paid for the online, obviously to play online. But the problem is, I never saw the day where I'd have to actually cancel my PlayStation Plus subscription because I wouldn't actually have time to play it. You know what, that actually makes me really upset because, you know, I really like my games and gaming and stuff like a lot of people do, and I really do miss it. I really, you know, while I'm sitting there editing drinks reviews, all I want to do is just be chilling on my PlayStation, just enjoying life, and I've just, and I said I'm at the point now where I'm just fed up of it. I'm just fed up of it. You know, I'm 2 years into the house, and I've almost not touched the PlayStation. You know, one of my favourite games, Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, I'm still only like 20% way through Horizon Forbidden West because I just haven't had time to play it here in the house. That's one of my favourite franchises of all time, and I just haven't got around to playing it 2 years down the line. I'm still only 20, I think 20 years, like 23% or something through the game. One of my favourite games of all time, and I haven't got time to then play maybe the odd game on my phone. I haven't got time to play games on my computer. You know, I've got games to catch up on here and there and everything like that. You know, I'm still catching up on PS3 games, yet alone PS4 games, yet alone PS5 games. So that's how far behind I am on the gaming scene. And I know you're probably thinking, what the hell, PS3 games? Well, bear in mind, I only got around to playing the Uncharted games like a couple of years ago, and the Tomb Raider kind of remastered trilogy, like the 2013 Shadow and Rise, Rise and Shadow, like again, only a few years ago. And all of those games were obviously on the PS3 era, but obviously back then we just sat on Call of Duty 24/7, which I can't complain because COD was just absolutely dope back then. But now I've got older. Now all of those old games have got remastered and released and re-released. Like the Spyro game, the Spyro's been remastered and, you know, redone. I want to play that. You know, the Crash Bandicoot game, there's a new Crash Bandicoot out, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about to, I want to play all these games that I really enjoy and love, yet I just haven't got the time to do it anymore. So something's got to give. Something's got to give. And unfortunately, the YouTube is an easy way to start to basically save myself a lot of time, because the point is with the YouTube is with the drinks reviews, I'll do drinks reviews throughout the week, like after work or before I start work or something like that. So I'll do the videos in the week and I'll do some of the weekend, something like that. I'll record all the videos, then do a TikTok, do a YouTube Shorts version, etc, etc. Then I have to obviously send it to my computer using the AirDrop because I've got a Mac Mini. So obviously AirDrop it to my Mac, and then I've got to obviously edit it, I've got to render it, and then I've got to upload it and then fill in all the details. Now that in itself, when I've got 10, 15, 20 videos to do, because sometimes I leave it a couple of weeks and then say do it in bulk, when I've got that many videos to do, it takes just too much time. And I've even got, you know, I've got my kind of soundboard saved, which goes behind videos. I've got the intro saved, the outro saved. No, I just drag that there, quickly chop it there. It just takes too much time in the end. Everything put together just takes too much time because I've got to babysit the computer while it renders, while run downstairs, do that job, run upstairs, run another video, go back downstairs, run up, type in the YouTube details for the. So it just takes up too much time. And again, that's another one of the reasons why something's just got to give. The thing is, I've really pretty much given up, I said, TV, film, and gaming consoles as it is. So the YouTube has to give for those reasons. Another point, kind of towards the point, is obviously with girlfriend Becky is a high possibility of moving in with me kind of over the next 6 months or so or something like that. Now, if obviously girlfriend Becky moves in, I'm going to have even less time, you know, to do YouTube and stuff. And furthermore, we kind of want to get a dog. We want to get, you know, a border collie, a dog. Now, I'm sorry, but if we get a dog, I'm sorry, but that is taking so much of our time in the first place. If you got a pet and a dog, you wouldn't know how much time an animal takes of your time. So sorry, but if a dog comes, then YouTube is definitely gone. I mean, it's gone anyway, but it's definitely gone. So I would definitely not have the time to do that. And just look after the dog, play with it, and look after it on top of that. So that's definitely good. I mean, Becky wants to do, you know, create a TikTok and Instagram through, but, you know, she can do that, I'll leave it to her. But obviously, girlfriend Becky moving in, that's again even more time and more stuff on top of everything else. So again, they're just some more points and various stuff like that. We've kind of gone over that, yes, the online community has changed and videos and stuff has changed and clickbait and stuff like that. You know, I'm 30, I'm technically an ancient relic in the terms of today's world. You know, I don't want to do silly dances on TikTok. I don't want to do silly this or silly that, or, you know, lie to my subscribers or fan base about a drinks or video. And that's another point. The reason I don't get collabs, or I rarely get collabs or sponsorship from companies or drink companies or stuff like that, the reason I rarely get, you know, sponsorship is because I tell the truth, and I always say to, whenever I get an email or a company, you know, contacts me, I always say to them, okay, great, yeah, I appreciate it, I'd love to review your drink or whatever, but I always say to them at the end of the drink, at the end of the email or whatever, I say, look, I'm a real guy. I said, if I hate the drink, I will bash the living daylights out of the drink if I don't like it. I will rip the drink and the company to shreds. I'll rip you to shreds if I don't like it. You know what? No amount of money and no amount of freebies and no amount of whatever, well, unless it's £10 billion, but that's not going to happen. But no amount of money or product or whatever can make me lie on my videos. And again, I know you guys, my small loyal fan base, I know you guys really appreciate that. And again, I do really appreciate that. But again, unfortunately, with the money it brings in, which is hardly anything, I just can't continue doing it. But as they say, the truthful guy, the honest guy doesn't get the cash. The truthful guy doesn't get the worm, doesn't get the worm, as they say. What's the saying with the bird? The early bird gets the worm or something. Obviously, the truthful guy these days rarely gets, the prize. And the problem is, people that are truthful to their videos, like say Ashens or Atomic Shrimp or someone like that, they're already established with a lot of subscribers and views. If you watch Atomic Shrimp or Ashens or someone like that, those guys are down to earth, they make generally good videos, and they're true to like kind of what they do and stuff like that. Especially Atomic, I honestly highly recommend Atomic Shrimp. It's literally Atomic Shrimp. He's just a guy, like I think in his 50s, something like that. He does really interesting videos. Again, they're nice long videos. They can be up to like 40, 50 minutes, an hour long. So, but he has a really decent following for that. But again, he's well established, but just go check him out. He's called Mike, and he just does some really, really brilliant stuff. And someone like that, again, I really appreciate, because he's just a really true down-to-earth guy and just genuinely makes good, honest content on his channel. But from my position, where I'm not getting the views and the money and stuff, it's just not helping me in terms of viewership and stuff like that, because I could easily strap, monster cats to me head and do stupid dances on TikTok. In fact, you know what? There is a girl on TikTok, which is called, I think, Monster Girl, and she covers herself in like monster lanyards and stickers and covers herself in cans and green paint, and then she does loads of dances on TikTok, and she's got like hundreds of thousands of followers and stuff. But I don't want to do that, because I haven't got the time, and B, it's not true to who I am. It's just not true to who I am, unfortunately. So, yeah. I mean, there probably is other various points as well, but I know it's getting to half an hour and stuff, and I said I'll try and keep the video around half an hour, but I think I've covered kind of most points with stuff. It's just, don't get me wrong, I will miss YouTube. I will miss what I do. It's been a massive part of my life. It really has. It's come a long way. I've met a lot of great people through it. I've met some great people through it. I've certainly had a good time doing it. Don't get me wrong. It will be upsetting to, it will be upsetting to stop it, because it's just, that's a big proportion of my life now, which has been documented on YouTube, which will always be available to look back on at a click, literally at a click or a glance. Another point is with the rise of AI, like getting seriously good, it's going to change like everything. AI is seriously going to change how videos are done, how videos are made. Basically, AI is going to change everything. And if AI then turns into this like thing where it can literally make and do videos for you, which it pretty much already can anyway, but just think how far it's coming now in the past couple of years. Just keep thinking another year, it's only going to get powerful and powerful and better and better. It's going to change the whole online video community literally forever. And I think at that point I truly will be left behind when people are really utilizing and abusing AI like in a really serious way. It's going to change an awful lot of things. Like, probably, I don't want to say for the better or the worse, because it's going to have some good points, it will have some bad points, but yeah, the rise of AI is seriously going to change the online video community and kind of network and stuff like that. So that's also another point to consider as well. But furthermore, I'm 30 and I just look back and all the time I've spent doing YouTube, I look back and I think all the hours and months, and you think of all the time since I started YouTube, I think all of the months and months and months, and if not years, I've actually spent doing YouTube, and the time dedicated to it and the time I have to do videos, I look back and I think, was it a waste? Was it a waste of time? Because a quarter of my life is now gone. I'm 30. A quarter of my life is now gone forever. And this is why I'm kind of doing it at the age of 30 for a big milestone, to just look back and think, and to just really reevaluate kind of what my priorities are in life now, and just what is, you know, taking the reign, and just what is actually more important in life now than just sitting there, you know, editing drinks reviews. I need to actually look and think, because the thing is I also look another 5-10 years into the future, and I think it's taken me this long to get 3,500 subscribers, and, you know, 70 to 80 pounds every 3 or 4 months from YouTube. Because I'll be honest, that's how much I get, 70 to 80 pounds, because I think the minimum payout I think is 65 or something like that. So I get about 70 to 80 pounds, you know, every 3 to 4 months. You know, so that's what, 25 quid a month, something like that. And you might be thinking, oh, you know, yeah, £25 a month. Guys, I'm on a decent wage on my job. Now, if I do one overtime shift at work, which is just over half a day's work, I get just over £200 for one overtime shift. So it's taken me 3 to 4 months to get 70 to 80 pounds and a bunch of hours to do that. Whereas if I do one Saturday, one overtime shift at my work, I get just over £200. Now, if I have to put as much effort in my overtime at work for what I do for my YouTube, there is absolutely no comparison on the amount of money I get from both things. And I look at an example like that and I just think, what am I actually doing with my life? Like, I'm wasting all my time on this when I could be doing overtime and getting so much more money for it. So that's again another reason as the point of why I'm just doing it. But again, I look 10 years into the future and I think, I want to be 40 then. If I get there, I want to be 40. And am I still going to be doing, you know, drinks reviews at the age of 40 with, you know, 6,000 subscribers or 7,000 subscribers and getting maybe £100, you know, every few months? Am I still going to be doing that in another 10 years? And I look and I think, no, I don't want to be doing that. No, I don't want to be doing this in another 10 years when I'm in 40. And that is half my life gone for the most part. And 10 years, oh, fizzy, sorry guys. And then another 10 years has gone and I would have missed out on just enjoying life and doing things in life and just enjoying everything in life and doing this and doing, again, watching the films and the TV and playing the games and stuff, because it's getting so far down the line where it's not getting any better. It's only getting worse, unfortunately. So the thing is, I also had a comment the other day from a few of you guys who have said, and this really makes the YouTube worthwhile at the end of the day, and I really appreciate what I've done for some people. One of the comments was, oh, you know, it'd be a shame if you go zesty during lockdown and stuff when times were bad and I was in a dark place and I was thinking of, you know, committing suicide or stuff like that. This is what this person said to me. They said, oh, I'm thinking of ending my life and stuff like that, but watching your videos, you know, really helped me through a dark time and a dark place, and you cheered me up and stuff like that. And you know, I basically saved them from killing themselves. When, like, I read that comment, it really hit me in a place that I really hadn't been, like, hitting before. And that really made me think, like, okay, I've actually done something really decent and really honest for someone else, you know, in the world. That the fact that my videos have actually saved someone from, you know, passing away or killing themselves, and that alone is why I stress to the point where I did it as a hobby, and I did it from a point of I actually want to make genuine, honest content and be real. And this is why I just think people that lie and clickbait and stuff on videos don't deserve any of their success, because, you know, here's me sitting there doing an honest day's work on YouTube and literally saving someone's life. If you are watching this video, I can't remember what the YouTube username was, but if you are watching this video, come and say hi in the comments, because I know, again, a couple of you have commented that. But when I'm sitting here as the honest guy who's literally saved someone's life because of my videos, that in itself is priceless. You know, the fact I've actually helped someone is just absolutely priceless. And, you know, I'm a nice guy on a day-to-day general basis and stuff, but there's just so much anger and hate and stuff in the world these days. When something like that crops up on one of my videos and a comment like that, that really just hits home to the point where what I've done is actually, you know, is actually decently honest in what I've done, and that alone in itself is worth all the years of YouTube, the fact I've saved someone's life. So, you know, I thank you that my videos have helped and saved you and stuff, but, you know, unfortunately for my own sake of just happiness and stuff, you know, something's got to give, you know, because my parents asked me the other day, you know, oh, are you happy in life? How are you doing? And you know what, I thought, you know what, I'm really not happy. I'm at work every single day. I'm tired, I'm knackered. I'm knackered on a day-to-day basis. You know, I'm so busy in doing housework and stuff like that. And the weekends, you know, I'm at the point where I'm almost wishing, well, I'm pretty much wishing the weeks away now at work just to get to the weekend, so I can maybe, just maybe, get that little bit of gaming and that little bit of TV and that little bit of filming. But the fact I'm literally wishing weeks away now is not healthy for me and not right for me in the long run, because it's gonna start really affecting me deep down and stuff. And again, I'm not some sort of complaining or, you know, calling any sort of nonsense stuff like that. It's just a genuine how I'm feeling, and it's the fact I'm just wishing weeks away is just not right, or just not healthy, and it's only getting worse, unfortunately. And more stuff's got to give to the fact for my own happiness and for the fact of that, no, I actually just want to start living life and enjoying life properly now that I've got my own house. You know, I am lucky in a fortunate position. You know, I've got my own house. I drive 2 cars. You know, I've got nice stuff, and I live in a nice area of the country. You know, I've got all these nice things in life, but am I still really actually happy? Well, like I said, really no, when you're just wishing weeks away at work just to get to the weekend, to have some sort of rest or some sort of leisure activity when I've finished all the other house bits and just general adulting nonsense, unfortunately. So that's more of a deeper point from my side of just wishing weeks away at work. You know, unless I win the lottery and wish, you know, millions of pounds and I can quit work instantly, then great, but that's just not the case. And as a result, the YouTube's just got to stop, unfortunately, because that's just not a healthy mindset for anyone or for me. So yeah, I think I've pretty much covered all the points I want to cover. There probably is a few other points I've forgotten and stuff, but all is not lost though, because I know I mentioned that I might be semi-quitting YouTube. The problem is the professional style of videos with the editing and stuff like that has got to go. I have not got the time to do that style of video anymore. That's got to go. So I think what I plan to do is I will still do some sort of drinks video. However, it will literally be straight from my phone. So for example, I'll put my phone in, I'll quickly go, for example, let's say Monster release a new drink tomorrow. Monster Silver, for example, whatever. What I'll do is, because I know you guys would, I know you said in the comments that you would still appreciate any sort of video and any sort of zesty action, which again, I appreciate you guys really want to see me. It will literally just be me going over the drink quickly and literally opening it, giving it a quick drink and stuff. So at least I will give you guys still something. You know, I worked all these years to get the monetization, but I may lose that, but you know, I don't care because it's still not much at the end of the day. But I think I will still be doing that as some sort of drinks reviews where I'll upload it straight from the phone. There won't be no intro, there won't be no outro, there won't be no background music, there won't be no editing or anything like that. It will literally just be me quickly doing a video, which I know you guys will be more than happy to see, but I'm more than happy to do that because then that will still save me a hell of a lot of time when it comes to doing the videos and stuff like that. So don't worry guys, there will be still some sort of videos, albeit just before the professional style of videos were introduced. So at least you still will have some sort of me, but there we go. That's, again, most things covered. I know it's a long video. I appreciate if you're still here to watch the video. I know it's covered a lot of points, but yeah, just everything's changed. Unfortunately, everything's changed, and unfortunately, unless again I get a massive shout out from like Mr. Beast or something where I literally get millions of subscribers, unfortunately, in today's world and how my life is now, the dream is over, guys. It's over. My YouTube dream is over. It's never going to happen with my current circumstances without going down a fake path, a lying path, a untruthful path. The dream's over. The dream's over, guys. And it's never going to happen, unfortunately. Thought I'd never be saying this, but here we are. So there we go. As always, viewers, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon on another video.